Hello and welcome to BizNation, your home for micro and small business help. Join us as we unpack all the pain points in starting or running your small business. If you're looking for support in business, join us on Facebook, Micro and Small Business Support Group. Your host, Kerry Zarb, brings you discussions, interviews, and many hints and tips to get you all set in your business. So sit back and enjoy as we launch into today's episode.
Welcome, listeners, and thanks for joining the BizNation podcast. If this is your first time listening, I'm so glad you've found us and happy to have you here. For our regular listeners, a huge welcome back to you, and I hope you're enjoying this podcast series. Now, I must confess, this episode was recorded via an online meeting platform, as all of our podcasts are. But on this occasion, we do have a few minor audio glitches, and I apologise for that happening. As we all know, technology is awesome when it works well. In today's episode, I'm so excited to have Luke Santamaria from RewardBuddy. Luke launched RewardBuddy in 2019 and he hails from Bentley, Victoria. Luke loves staying active and helping the well-being of others from his background in physio. A massive welcome to the show, Luke.
Thanks, Kerry. Glad to be on here.
Excellent. So, Luke, tell me about RewardBuddy. So, how did it get started? Where did this all come from?
Yeah, so RewardBuddy started at the back end of 2019 when I used to manage a couple of physio clinics. And essentially, we built a refer a friend marketing program where we would incentivize our patients to refer family and friends to our business. And so it worked quite well, and I started to do a bit of research after I stopped managing those clinics and found that, refer a friend programs are everywhere.
Yeah.
But they're everywhere in the online world, so Uber and Airbnb and those types of things, and they work really well, but they never really filtered into the small business community. And when you think about it, small business relies so heavily on word of mouth these days. So I started to think, well, if there was a solution that did that type of thing for small business, there's a huge opportunity for them to help get more word of mouth referrals. So essentially that's where it started, and it sort of evolved into a little bit more beyond the refer a friend component, but that's really the core element of what it offers for small business.
So gone are the days where we have it's not like a coffee card system anymore. And I know cafes still do that, but back in the old days, businesses would have a card that they would actually give to refer a friend. And I'm sure quite a few still do, but you've taken that to an online level. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. And that's one of the weaknesses we had with the physio program is, it did work, but it was hard to track it. So people could, we gave people a card to refer a friend and they came back and said, I got referred by this person, but often they'd come back without the card, so it's hard to track it. So RewardBuddy essentially is an automated platform that allows businesses to track that referral. So each user on the platform, a customer has their own unique referral code. And essentially, they just give that to a friend to hand over to the business, and then they both get rewarded once that code is successfully pushed through the system. Right. So it allows a business to track, who referred them. The platform rewards that customer, and it also rewards the person that sent them. So it keeps things pretty simple because small business, they've got so much on their plate. As opposed to just trying to find enough time to market their business. So this just keeps it simple for them.
Great. Sounds good. Excellent. And what made you want to start this business? Where did the thinking, obviously it's come from, the physio industry and having those referral programs, but you've taken that step to actually make this happen. So where did that come from?
It probably came from just my willing. I love helping people. So being a physio, you just love the impact you can have on people's lives. And I think that just transitioned from helping someone physically in their well-being to helping businesses, grow and thrive. So I think the the essence behind me wanting to push this is that, and really having an impact on people's businesses. And I did run another company a few years back, and I do love the startup and the ability to create something that's your own. So that sort of excites me as well.
Excellent. And why do businesses need referrals? What's your inside kind of knowledge in that space?
Yeah, so I guess referrals, they're underutilized. So there's a stat out there that 86% of people who are really happy with a service and are willing to refer, out of them, only 29% actually do.
Wow.
So, you could offer an awesome service, but someone really loves your service and they want to refer, but they just don't do it. They just don't do it. So for whatever reason, people get busy in their lives. They've got lots of things on their mind. They just don't think about referring off, even if they would love to. So, referrals are really an easy, cheap way to get new clients. You've given a good service to someone. Naturally, they'll tell people about you, and that costs you nothing. And if you're missing out on that ability to get those referrals, it can it can be a big gap that you're missing in terms of an opportunity. So, because Google AdWords, Facebook ads, all those things can cost a lot of money. So, referrals are great because they don't cost much and really doesn't require much effort to get them. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess it's the word of mouth. It's, referrals are come from that word of mouth space, and everybody's probably, quite quick to, spread a bad word. But like you say, people often forget or just get too busy to spread the good word. So having an online platform sounds like a really great benefit to businesses to be able to, help each other spread the word and spread the good word about the services or products that they offer.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. And RewardBuddy is based in Victoria. Is that the key area at the moment?
Yeah, I guess so. So we're essentially trying to focus on helping all small businesses. And because I'm a local Victorian and around that Melbourne area, I'm trying to focus on building small communities who use the platform. Because I guess it will work with a lot of different types of small business, whether you're a cafe owner or a physio clinic, or whether you're an accountant or a hairdresser, or even a tradie. We have a lot of different types of businesses on there that but if you create a small community and you can refer, not only get your own clients to refer others to you, but have actually other businesses in your community that refer to you as well, and create a bit of a network, that's where you can really benefit from it. So I've been really focusing on helping little communities and getting businesses on board in a small community that can really help them, especially at this point in time with COVID. A lot of them are really struggling, and if I can give them a way to find new customers easily, then it's an easy way for them to find new customers. So
yeah, definitely. And what are your key tips for getting referrals in your business? Like, other than using the RewardBuddy platform, is there other things that small business owners can be doing to help promote referrals?
yeah, so I think the big one, which sounds very simple when I mention it, but just asking your customers to recommend you.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, business owners often they don't do it, because it can be quite awkward asking someone to recommend you. But often people are more than willing to. They want to help you, especially in this time where businesses really need help. Often people, they just don't ask. So simply, the first tip would just be ask your customers, thanks for using us. We'd love to help others like yourselves. If you have anyone that you know of, feel free to recommend us. And sometimes it's as simple as that. So that would be the main tip. Other things are really thinking about making it easy for someone to refer you. So um, people like to communicate with their friends and family and colleagues in different ways. So um, if your demographic is a middle-aged mum who go, I might be generalising here, but let's say they go on Instagram a bit or Facebook or social media, and that's how they communicate. Then suggest that they communicate that way through their friends to recommend, or try and promote your services to that demographic through those mediums, and encourage them to refer that way. Email has been shown to be the best way, the most likely way for someone to refer you. So I talk to a lot of the businesses to try and develop an email database. And that can be hard for cafes, because how do you get an email from someone who just comes in and get a coffee or a meal? And that's actually one benefit of RewardBuddy. So when someone signs up to your loyalty program through it, you're essentially getting their email, or you're able to, remarket it to them and keep them engaged with your business. So I guess that's another tip, is just keeping front of mind with your customers, so that when they do come to recommend you, or they have someone who needs your service, they're ready to do it. Because often, it might not be the perfect timing when you ask them to recommend someone, but 2 months down the track, it might pop up. So there's probably a few little things that I think about when you want to optimize your referrals.
Yeah, yep. I've seen some cafes even go as far as having a little clipboard and a little form that they get customers to fill out. If you want to stay up to date with their menu changes, or if they're having special functions, just asking customers for those details. And because you go there most days and grab your coffee or your lunch, you're normally quite happy to give those details to stay in touch with them. So I've seen that happen a few times, and it seems to work really well. But you're right, gathering an email database seems to be definitely the hot thing to do at the moment, and keep communicating with your customers is key at all times, no matter what kind of business that you've got. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And ensuring that when you're communicating with them, if you do have them on your social media, or you do have them on your email marketing database, thinking about what you're communicating with them. So it's key to have a mix of different content. So if you're sending an email out once a week, you're not going to be plastering advertisements or promotions about what you do. You might be sending a video about some of your staff, or you might be sending a funny quote that's related to your business. So things like that, where you're engaging your customers, but you're not sort of trying to push too many ads and promotions in their face, which can easily turn them away. Yeah.
Cool. So how can RewardBuddy help businesses?
So RewardBuddy, so its main function, as I mentioned before, is to help businesses find new customers through word of mouth referrals. So essentially, it will help business owners automate that process and find more word of mouth referrals in an easier way. And simply, all the business owner has to do is have that customer join up to that platform, and RewardBuddy really does the rest and educates that customer around what it does for them. And really, that business owner, all they have to do is confirm that transaction when that redemption comes their way. So referrals are one thing. The other thing it does for businesses is it allows them to have their own loyalty rewards program. So essentially what it does, it's like Flybuys for small business. So each time a customer comes in to your business, and let's say you're part of the platform, they'll essentially purchase with you, and when they log that through RewardBuddy, it'll give them points for that purchase. So what happens then is they can use those points in the future to use with you, or they could use it with a similar business down the road, or someone, they use it with you and you're a cafe, you might drop down the road and use it with a physio. So it encourages them to use local businesses that are not just your own. But the benefit of that is that if they're looking to use their points with a business and you're on that platform, you're more likely to be seen and used. So I try to create RewardBuddy so that the businesses are on there are quite reputable and recommended, and people trust them. So when people go on that platform, they know that they're finding a trustworthy business. So in terms of loyalty, it helps people increase the loyalty of their customers and keep them coming back with those systems. So there is a stat there that businesses who do have a loyalty program, their customers spend 16% more over their lifetime sort of value, or their life with that business, compared to just normal customers who are off the street without a loyalty program. So yeah, the stats are there to show that it really helps them, and then this just gives them that ability to do that.
Great. So, Luke, there's something that I like to do on the episodes, and that is ask you what's something positive that you've experienced on the back of COVID. So could you share with us, either a takeaway or a take home or something positive that you've had during the COVID pandemic?
Well, I've definitely, so probably personally, I've experienced a better appreciation for patience and conversation. So, spending more time at home and reflecting on what's important. And, I live with my wife and my dog, and, spending time at home and not being overwhelmed by, all the materialistic things and the busy life that you get involved with. You can really start to sit back and appreciate what you have. So I think that's been a big positive for me.
Yeah.
And then also it's given me some time just to really connect with businesses and learn about what their problems are. And, I did start RewardBuddy before COVID. So COVID's just really helped open my eyes to say, okay, well, this can really help businesses in this tough time. So it's sort of given extra meaning to what I was doing previously.
Cool. Fantastic. So, Luke, where can we find RewardBuddy? Website, social media?
Yeah, so the website is www.rewardbuddy.com.au. Pretty simple. So that people can contact me if they're interested to, register their business. They just contact me. My email's hello@rewardbuddy.com.au. You can look me up on social media as well, Facebook, and Instagram. It's all the same name.
Mm-hmm.
And look, if businesses are interested, I'm currently running a 1-month free trial. So if you're a small business and you're sort of like, I think this can really help me, especially in this time, and it's really a free way to market your business to start with, just reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help. And then beyond that, it's pretty cheap, really. It's after the 1-month free trial, it's only $15 a month. So it's not going to break the bank, but it's an easy way to help you get new customers and keep your current customers happy.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. Awesome. So I'll pop those links into the show notes for those that are listening. And thanks, Luke. I really appreciate your time. It's been awesome.
Thanks, Kerry. Appreciate it.
If you would like to know more about BizNation, we can be found at biznation.com.au. And if you're not already a member of our community on Facebook, you can find us at Micro and Small Business Support Group. If you're enjoying the BizNation podcast, I would be so grateful if you left a review, as I'd love to mention you and your business in a future episode.
Thanks for tuning in to the BizNation podcast, your home for small business help. If you're looking for support in business, join us on Facebook, Micro and Small Business Support Group. You can find the link on our website, biznation.com.au. Tune into future episodes for more discussions, interviews, and many hints and tips to get you all set in your business. Until next time, stay safe, stay well.